Every person faces problems. No matter how successful, intelligent, or experienced someone is, challenges are a part of life. But what separates successful people from unsuccessful people is not the number of problems they face. It is the way they think about those problems. Many years ago, during a hot summer afternoon, a man was driving toward a village for an important meeting. The meeting could change his future. He was already running late. Every minute mattered. As he looked at the clock again and again, his stress continued to grow. To save time, he decided to leave the main road and take a shortcut through a lonely dirt road. At first, everything seemed perfect. The road was empty, there was no traffic. He felt confident that he had made the right decision. After some time, he reached a large bridge crossing a river. The river flowed peacefully beneath him. But just as his car reached the middle of the bridge, something felt wrong. The vehicle started shaking slightly. He stopped the car immediately. After checking the rear tire, he discovered the problem. It was completely flat. The tire had been punctured. His frustration exploded. He was already late. Now his car was damaged. There were no repair shops nearby, no mechanics, no people, nothing. Fortunately, he remembered that he had a spare tire. Feeling relieved, he began changing the tire. But because he was in a hurry, he became careless. As he removed the bolts, they slipped from his hand. One by one, all 4 bolts fell from the bridge into the river below. For a few seconds, he stood frozen. He couldn't believe what had happened. Then panic took over. How will I fix the tire? How will I reach my destination? What am I supposed to do? The more he thought about the problem, the bigger it became. But at that moment, a shepherd happened to be passing by with a group of goats. He noticed the stranded car. He noticed the worried man and politely asked, "Sir, is something wrong?" But the man was angry and frustrated. He replied rudely, "You can't help me, just go away." The shepherd remained calm. He smiled and said, "Sir, there's no mechanic nearby. Maybe if you tell me the problem, I can help." The man finally explained everything. The punctured tire, the spare tire, the lost bolts, the river, everything. Then he sarcastically added, "So, tell me, do you happen to have 4 spare bolts with you?" The shepherd thought quietly for a few moments. Then he smiled. "Sir, the solution is actually very simple." The man stared at him in surprise. The shepherd continued, "You still have 3 wheels attached to the car. Each of those wheels has 4 bolts. Remove 1 bolt from each wheel. Use those 3 bolts along with 1 more. Secure the spare tire and drive slowly until you reach a mechanic." The man stared at him. The solution was so simple, yet it had never occurred to him. Within minutes, the problem was solved. Now he felt embarrassed. He turned toward the shepherd and said, "I'm sorry for being rude, but tell me something. Why did such a simple idea come to your mind and not mine?" The shepherd smiled. Then he gave an answer the man would remember forever. "Because you were thinking about the problem, and I was thinking about the solution." The man became silent because he suddenly realized something important. The biggest problem was never the punctured tire. The biggest problem was the panic inside his own mind. And that is exactly how life works. When difficulties appear, most people focus entirely on the problem. They ask, "Why did this happen? Why me? What if everything goes wrong?" And the more they think about the problem, the bigger it becomes. But successful people think differently. They focus on the next step, the next action, the next possible solution, because every problem carries a solution hidden somewhere inside it. The challenge is finding it. Remember, when you focus on the problem, you create stress. When you focus on the solution, you create progress. And perhaps the greatest lesson of all is this: problems are a part of life, but solving them is the art of life.